I want to take a look at the United States from a global perspective, from an international perspective. How does America compare to other countries around the world, both at the present time and in our history? We can get a different view on our own country if we look at it from the perspective of other countries. Let's take a look. Part of being internationally minded is to look at our own country from the perspective of other countries. Look at the United States as one of the countries in the world, and there are many other countries. When we see our country among the over 190 other countries in the world, it gives a context. For example, slavery in the United States ended between 1863 and 1865. We might ask questions about other countries. When did slavery end in other nations? European nations tended to end slavery before the United States did. Good for them. They were leading the way, and that's admirable. Other nations ended slavery long after the United States. We can see that Brazil and Cuba ended slavery more than 20 years after the U.S. did. Places like Madagascar, Egypt, Morocco, Yemen, Thailand, and China later still. When you take a look from a global perspective, you can see that we were leading a way for other countries. In the decades after America ended slavery, other countries got the idea to do the same thing. Women in the United States began voting in 1869. Beware of the date 1920, which is often given in history books and history courses, but is wrong. Women began voting in 1869 in the United States. When did it happen for women in other countries? Well, we see long after the U.S. began offering the vote to women, countries like Mexico, Japan, Peru, India, Italy, Brazil, Egypt, Turkey, and Paraguay took a while to get there, but they got there, and we're thankful that they did. Once again, the United States was setting a pattern, leading the way. Looking at the U.S. from a global perspective, the first nation in the world to introduce the use of catalytic converters and lead-free gasoline was the United States. These are major contributions towards preserving the environment, clean air, less pollution, preserving forests. Why? And this is a question we have to ask. Why did the other nations wait to end slavery? Why did other nations wait to give women the right to vote? Why did they wait to introduce lead-free gasoline and catalytic converters? The United States had done this earlier and led the way. It would have been nice if they had done it sooner. You get a different perspective when you view one country in the context of other countries. So we can see that America has made some contributions not only to itself as a country, but to the rest of the world. America has introduced new ideas and created several trends, leading the way to different patterns. So America has a different view when you look at it from the perspective of the rest of the world.